The United States Airborne attack from the skies by plane, helicopter, or parachute. They can fly over their enemy's defenses, kick down their back door, and overwhelm them before they even have time to react.
Other infantry units train to close in with and destroy the enemy from the front. We train to jump behind the enemy lines and fight the enemy from the rear.
The Airborne are a specialist branch of the U.S. Army. Throughout history, their main mode of transport onto the battlefield has been the parachute strapped to their backs. Once in the combat zone, these elite paratroopers will have no traditional means of backup or supply lines to fall back on. They have to rely on whatever they can carry, backed up by a rock-solid faith in their fighting skills and mental toughness.
It's the band of brother mentality. We're all dependent on one another, and it starts at the individual soldier and builds up through teams, squads, platoons. You only have each other to rely on.
It's a whole mentality of knowing that you're going to be surrounded, that you're going to be in a tough situation without support, and you're going to have to figure your way out of it.
The airborne soldier hits the drop zone with some battle-bossing weaponry. Armed to the teeth with the small but deadly M4 carbine, given extra firepower with the M203 grenade launcher, and on their back, that all-important T-10 parachute. The parachute arms the airborne with the deadliest of all weapons, the ability to surprise and overwhelm any enemy. From the battlefields of World War II, Vietnam, and beyond, the Airborne has remained one of America's premier large-scale strike forces. Now, Weaponology will unlock their family tree, traveling back through time to reveal the key figures, battles, and weapons that made these troops the fighting elite they are today. Oh, 500 hours, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. A crucial exercise begins. These troops are being trained to be parachuted out of a low-flying, fast-moving aircraft.
Stop getting mad, dude. Childish. This training is, I say it, you do it. Remember the 3 rules of the air. Always look before you slip. Always look before you slip. Always turn right to avoid collision. Always turn right to avoid collision. And the lower jumper has the right of way.
As an airborne soldier, your training's never done. Every airborne operation you take part in is just to keep you proficient, because it's a perishable skill.
The basic method that American paratroopers use to mass deploy into the combat zone hasn't changed for over 60 years. It's called the static line jump. Paratroopers are attached to their plane by a breakaway line that opens their parachute when they have fallen just 4 seconds away from their transport aircraft. This system gets the airborne onto the ground quickly and efficiently. But throwing yourself out of a plane that's traveling at 100 miles per hour at just 600 feet above the ground could be a deadly business.
Just our training exercises alone, like the jump we're going to do today, has the potential to cause death or severe bodily harm to any one of the members taking part in the operation. We train like we fight. We go at everything, we give it 110%.
Paratroopers drill endlessly on terra firma before they go airborne. Any mistakes could cost lives.
Straps tighten down. Get ready to stand up.
Jump masters will give the command for the outboard personnel to stand up.
Outboard personnel, stand up! Outboard personnel, stand up!
Following that command will be for the inboard personnel to stand up.
Inboard personnel, stand up! Inboard personnel, stand up!
The command will be given to hook up, and at that time, the paratroopers will take their universal static line snap hook and connect it to the anchor line cable. That is the static line that will actually open the parachute as the paratrooper exits the aircraft.
Stand by!
The jumper will then be given the command of go.
With the troops well drilled and their parachutes checked, the airborne do what they love the most: throwing themselves out of a perfectly good plane. This adrenaline-fueled experience forms a bond that unites anybody who is airborne.